What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Oh my god. It's been a minute. It has most definitely been a minute. Y'all know that's my favorite thing to say. Welcome to the channel. It's been a minute. Yeah. So, period. So, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Also, welcome to the channel. Did I do that backwards? Welcome to the channel. This is your first time viewing me. Hello, nice to meet you. Take a look through some of our playlists here. Make sure that you know what I'm saying, like a couple videos, share a couple videos. If you feel inclined, subscribe, because that's your business. If you do. But also, yeah, I just wanted to pop up and say hello. Today is Wednesday. Woman Crush Wednesday, and you guys, I am crushing on myself and all the other women who are making it happen. But press pause. While we're at Women Crush Wednesday, can we just stop and talk about how, recap a couple things. We're going to recap a couple things, and we're going to talk about a couple things. And some of the things that we're going to be talking about is going to be women, okay? We're going to be talking about women's shit. We're going to be talking about women's situations, and yeah, all the goodness, right? So yes, most definitely go get you a cup of tea, go get you, something to drink, and, something to snack on, because we're going to be up, okay? Period. But let's hop into the segment. So I was just talking, right? On another live, okay? And, me going over there and just popping up and, having a conversation, what led me to this was how, as women, we typically are dignified, or sometimes expected and looked at to have all of these different requirements, or have all of these different structures, okay? And what these structures require, and kind of like our mental behind it, okay? So as a woman, I started off as a woman, I would like to share this with you, how deep it has gotten for me, okay? It's gotten really deep over the past 3 to 6 months. It's really got deep to me, because a lot of people, and I'm having a hard time saying this, don't know fucking why, I guess because I'm on live, but usually I think a lot of times people make us feel as if we're supposed to be so many things outside of just being ourselves, right, as women. And one of those things that they make us feel like we have to be when we're mom is so perfect, and not be able to cut her outside the lines, you know what I'm saying, and not do things our own way, even though we know that we have that responsibilities, and we are, some persons our future's parent, people don't specify, people don't really, even give us the benefit of the doubt. And I feel like when I had my child at 17 years old, I did not realize that over time that I would lose myself. At 17, I was willing, because I felt like there was something that, like, I felt like, that was the only way. Like, that's the way a motherfucker kind of drilled it into me. Like, you cannot, do this. You cannot do this. You cannot have fun. You finna have, and like, that's how, for a lot of us, we were understood. That's how they, like, you can't do this no more, you don't have a life, and this and that. And I didn't realize how much that kind of showed up in my life, because even though I wasn't selfish or reckless or impulsive at that time, I kind of allowed that to become a part of me because, one, I know what it had felt like not to have a dad. I know, how it felt to have, a working mom that you want to do this and that with, but she just, I'm saying, like, have her own life, and, like, you just didn't want to make, I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, I didn't want to put my children in a position to where they felt like they were losing more than they had already lost. And when I say that is, my children already don't have their fathers with their mothers. They don't have a two-parent household. And all of that in itself sometimes reflect back on the parent. And sometimes it reflects back, a lot of times it reflects back on the child. And moving forward, I just, I didn't know that I could be a human being outside of being a mom, and as much as I tried to implement or juggle it, it became very hard for me to show up as not mom, but as Amber. Like, as Amber. So for me, a lot of people have had a lot of things to say about that. I feel like some of the shit that they were saying, I was just like, the disrespect. Like, bitch, you don't do this no more. You don't go this place no more. Why you always in the house? You don't do this. I'm just like, I didn't know. I wasn't allowed. I feel like part of that comes from my parents being like, yeah, you can't. And then as I got older, they're like, what you mean you can't? And I'm just like, you said I can't. And so I never really took that into consideration in my mind, to where now it's like so prevalent and it's like so here, and it's like I'm having a hard time with getting unfamiliar, because that really became my reality. Like, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't be out here doing this and that. You know how such and such turned out. So I guess somewhere unconsciously it affected me more than I realized. And so now it's like, when you go out, you can go out and you cannot be attached to that. And I don't understand how, a lot of women get by with it. I guess because their experiences was different. I'll just say that. Their experiences was different. I had my first child at 17, had my second one at 23, 24. So honestly, like, I didn't realize that I could like be a whole separate entity. And now it's just, I kind of feel bad, but I don't feel bad as I did at first, because I'ma just be honest, I'm like, where do I go? What do I do? Because I haven't really made time for nobody else. I never knew that I could. And now that I have all of this time, it's like, I don't know what to say. I feel so bad, and I feel like at the same time, any real friend will understand, how you've been and what was your ideology behind it, and just the reasoning. But I be feeling like, girl, if I get around these people will be like, girl, you so bougie, you just don't want to come out. It's like, bitch, I didn't know I could and be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always had something to worry about, or I always had to worry about if, my mom and them or my grandma gonna be like, come get your motherfucking kids. So I never allowed my kids to I never dropped my kids off like that. Like, I never was like, oh, girl, I'm finna go out, keep the kids for me for a couple days, because I'm finna go have a girls' weekend. Like, I never felt comfortable in doing it, because I felt like, they out. So I never got comfortable. Like, anytime motherfucker be like, oh, I got something to do, I'm like, okay, I'm on my way. And I feel like, for me, I think that this conversation need to be had, because I'm not the only one out here that is struggling with that and kind of finding my own self. It's like I'm starting over. it literally feel like I'm starting over from that 17-year-old girl that had that child, and like literally coming out into the world and just being like, oh, okay, this how life has been outside of me being in the house raising children. So I missed out on so much. And like I said, I really do feel like this conversation need to be had, because girl, it be hard. It be hard. It really be hard for us. And I do feel like we need a space to kind of talk about this thing and kind of get in the mode of, you know, having these conversations with each other and feeling comfortable enough to have the conversation. Like, bitch, I didn't know. And let me just be honest and just say, I did not know. It's not that I'm stupid or I'm oblivious or whatever the fact. It's I didn't feel comfortable with having a conversation with somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? That was something that I felt like everybody else was doing, and it was taught to me as well. And I felt like if I didn't do you know what I'm saying, be the mom, be the worker, be the you know, the robot mom, that nothing would go wrong. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I don't know. It's just you know, I guess it's stereotypes as well, kind of play into that as well. But, you know, without having those relationships with the children's fathers and stuff like that, you know, I already feel bad for them too. So it's a lot of things that kind of play into my head with that. And I was just like, I don't, you know, feel comfortable. And I feel like more so Spirit is just giving me an open space, and it's really opened my eyes to just be like, bitch, okay, so now, so are you gonna live your life now? Just like, what girl, I've been living. No, the fuck you haven't. You've been surviving. I'm like, I don't know anything else. Can I be honest? I don't know anything else besides my fucking kids. Like, they've been attached to me for so long. Having them pulled away by the fucking seams felt like torture. It felt like imminent torture. And I'm gonna be honest, I cried. I really did. I cried, and I wept, and I cried some more, and I wept some more, and then I was just like, Spirit, just allow me to be adaptable to this change, and whatever it is that you're trying to teach me, just let me go with the flow. Because girl, at this point in my life, I'm sick of people talking about me. Like, I'm sick of people like pointing at, making me feel bad, because this is my first nature and I don't know nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know nothing else. I never really just had a lot of friends, bitch. You know, I don't have a friendship that's over 20 years. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't have a lot of family. And so that's the only thing that I knew. And I feel like a lot of people don't understand those societal pressures that they put on you, even though it could be beneficial to you to have fun. It's just like, bitch, who? Now, who with? What at? What the money? What the girls? What the bitches that been like, girl, I got your back, you got mine. Where is they at, bitch? Because I'm still right here. I'm right here on the phone waiting, girl. Life is still empty. Time is still going by. Where is they at, girl? Where they at? What the money? What I'm finna do? What I'm finna do now? Like, I'm waiting, bitch. So, yeah, it's like, period. People just be like, oh, you need to do this. That's just like, you know, what a lot of us women be talking about, how you be like damn near 30 or going into your 40s, and people literally, you could be married or single, and they be like, when you gonna get married? When you gonna have a kid? And it's like, why do we do that to each other? Why do we make it such a societal norm to pick at somebody, or to try to pry, you know what I'm saying, or pick apart a person and try to understand why they're not the societal norm? You know what I mean? And I feel like we need to really just take in consideration how not only what that person may be going through, you know what I mean? Honestly, like what that person may be going through, or just maybe the simple fact that I don't want to have children. You know what I'm saying? Some people just don't want to have kids. Like so many people out here, you know, so many things going on out here. And a lot of people don't fucking want to have children. People have backgrounds and shit. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, bro, why are you forcing something that you see as a negative onto me because you're looking at it from a negative perceptive? And it's like, you know, my mom and my grandma really, you know, told me that, like, bro, at 16, 17, like, you know you're not finna have no life. That's what they told me. They was like, you know you're not finna have no life. You can't go out with your friends. You can't do the things that you used to do no more. So I'm like, used to do, bitch, I'm 16. What the fuck was I using it to do? What was I using it to do at 23? What was I using it to doing besides working and going to school? What the fuck was I using? Anyway, like, really, like, you think about it, what was I using it to do? Like, your whole life is over. Like, now I'm grown. You got these same people talking about, man, you don't go nowhere. You're gonna be 100 for you leave that house. I'm like, what? You don't never want to do nothing. You don't never want to go nowhere. I'm like, what? Girl, you need to get out that house. Girl, you need to dress yourself up, fix yourself up. It's like, what the fuck did you expect when you was saying all that bullshit? Oh, you thought I forgot? I didn't forget. I ain't forget shit. I thought this was something that I was supposed to do. This is what you said. This is what I do. That's why I don't like when people be like say shit like that. Like, for real, like, it didn't expect you to kind of like be able to pick. No, I took it for exactly how you said it. I have a Capricorn moon. I took it exactly how you fucking said it. It wasn't no in between for me. No, I'm not fishing for no in betweens, no mixing, no. I don't got time for all that. I'm straight to the point, in and out, baby. I'm very business minded. So what you said, that's what I did. Like, I took care of my family. I tried to make a family, you know. That didn't work out, and so I'm still like having to, you know, continue my life the way that I know it and see fit best. But most definitely, I don't think I would blame them. I just was like, you know, I didn't realize that I was kind of playing into that thing, thinking that, you know, I would be fucking married by now, thinking that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and motherfucker don't know what you be having on your, like, what you be thinking about, what you be wanting. They only see, like I said, the negative perception of what you have. And it may not be you even in a negative space, but it's the things that you don't have, or your attributes that may not match up to that person's personal thing, projecting. Like, bro, I'm good over here. I'm trying to make whatever I got over here solid, you know? And so, yeah, I think that we as women should get back to it at first, just loving. You know what I'm saying? If you one of them type of mamas, you like me, you know, you're a Capricorn, I'm pretty sure you get it. Like, yo, you like to relax. That is your thing. Like, you like to have fun from time to time. Don't get it twisted. But you are a homebody. You feel comfortable, like, in your PJs or in your joggers, and having you a cup of tea with your robe on and watching movies. That's your thing. That's just your fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? And take pride in loving yourself in the midst of whatever it is that you're going through. And you ain't even got to fucking be, you know what I'm saying, depressed. You could just be going through the weekend, bitch. You ain't going through the weekend. Bitch, you relaxing in the weekend. Take pride in it and enjoy it. Don't let nobody make you feel like you're not living up to their expectations just because you choosing to live life the way that you want to live life. It don't do shit for them anyway. You know what I'm saying? That is that even if you do or don't, they're still not gonna get no gratification. Like, they're not gonna be a better person just because you decided that you wanted to do something different. They're still gonna be the same person that they were. Like, you doing what you do doesn't make that person go up or down. So why are you so pressed upon what the next person is saying? And that's why I kind of like, you know, you know, that's how I choose to think about shit now. Because it'd be like, people just really just be out here just be saying shit just to be saying shit, and then want you to feel like really bad about whatever the fuck you got going on because you're comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're happy in your comfort. And I could see if it was something that was really taking me aback. Not, you know, not to say that me getting out wouldn't be beneficial to me, or me going different places or doing different things and having memorable moments wouldn't be fun or, you know, key, you know, but fuck. The fuck? Bitch, I don't need you to tell me to make me, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? So, yeah, it's just like, y'all don't know, man. I just came on here to have a conversation with you guys and kind of share that with y'all. Like, I know I was, like, rambling all over the place. I'm kind of like, it's still, like, it's something that I don't talk about often. For the reason I don't feel comfortable talking about it. Like, I don't feel comfortable talking about it. But I realize now that it is a conversation that a lot of people be like, they just be worried about you. And because they be worried about you, it's like they don't have no level to where they'll go or stop. Or it could just be the communication piece. Like, that is just so bewildered. It just be so bewildering. You just be like, where the fuck did that come from? And I don't know. Like, do what you feel like is best for you. That's one thing I can say about that. Because a lot of people will, like I said, will project, you know, like, oh, I felt like you should be this person right now. Bitch, oh, I thought you should be dead. Like, now we both in a place of thinking that we should be somewhere that we shouldn't. Now I feel good real bad. Real bad, I feel good. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, dog, why? Like, you know, I was just joking, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, it is. I feel like you should be out here living your life. Why are you so concerned? That's what I want to know. Why are you so concerned about how the fuck I live my life? As long as I'm fucking comfortable, I'm not bringing harm to anybody. I'm not home wrecking, bitch. I'm not smoking that dope, bitch. Then I don't know why you so concerned. But when I start riding them motherfucking them stripper poles, keep that same motherfucking energy, because you said I wasn't doing shit. You said that my life was boring. Now it's all the excitement and entertainment. It's all of it. Get into it, bitch, and I hope you drop a couple of them ones. Like, yeah, you hear me? Huh? You heard me? So most definitely, like, that was just a conversation that I needed to get up off my chest, because that shit is bothering to me. Like, people like, oh, I feel like you should be, why you ain't, girl, I'm not a kid no more. I'm not no kid no more. I'm grown as hell. And with that shit, you know, when you a kid, you be out here having fun. You know what I'm saying? I could just imagine back to when I was in high school, when I was in college. I had so much fun. And a part of the reason why I had that fun, and like most people have fun, is because as a kid you don't have those, you know what I'm saying, you don't have those experiences. Like, when you a child, you literally can't have fun the way that you want to have fun. It's you know, it's just not the same. You know what I mean? So when I got to a place to where I could have fun, I had fun. Bitch, I mean, I wouldn't, you know, like going skating or doing this and that, but bitch, I had fun. I had some of the most memorable times sitting on my motherfucking ass in the car, getting high, smoking weed, and just laughing. Just laughing. I remember just going and just driving everywhere. Like, just out here having fun. Going over my best friend's house, turning up on the weekend, drinking, laughing, dancing, singing, having a fucking good time. I had that time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like I was just even and my daughter was most definitely born, bitch. She was too. I had fun. So it's like for me, I'm just like, where do time for me come in because the time as well at that time, I was also working like a motherfucker. Like, I went to work and picked my daughter up when I got off work and came home, tended to the house, tended to her, and did this shit all over again. You know what I'm saying? And the only time that I had to myself, and I really didn't have to myself, was the weekend. You feel what I'm talking about? Like, bitch. Like, so now I'm just like, bitch, I still do it now. Like, I still, when the kids was here, like, most definitely, I went from one kid having two, and within 6 years. So, most definitely, it changed in some way, but that still don't take away from the fun that I had. You know what I mean? I was 18, 17, no, I was 18, 19, 20, 21, having fun. Like, having fun, going places, going to restaurants, being at school, just being with real people. That's the shit that I lock in on. You know what I'm saying? Being just having a good moment. I don't have to go to fucking Africa to have a memorable moment. I just need to have some real motherfuckers in my presence for me to be able to enjoy that with. And I don't be looking at it like, oh, I gotta spend this much money, or I gotta put this wig on, or I gotta, I don't be thinking about it like that. You know what I mean? The memories to me makes the most of the moment. So for you, it may be different. I'm not saying that, it gotta be my experience or your experience gotta be mine. But for me, most definitely, that is what I kind of honed on, was like, bitch, I can tell you some shit. When I was 18, I remember this so clearly. I was 18. I had just started working at this factory job that made ice cream. And I remember, like, going to work and being, like, nervous and shy, and then meeting so many people. Like, I met so many fucking friends, and a lot of those friends I still get up with sometime on Facebook or Instagram or whatever the fuck, YouTube, and we just have a fucking ball. Like, literally, I can call up and be like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, I remember working at that job and not having not a soul of a friend, not knowing nobody. And I went there and I started working, and it was just like my life was lit on fire with, like, so many lights. And that was a moment for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a moment for me. So I don't understand, and my life has forever changed since then, because that was a moment for me. So when I relive that, or when I think about it, I be still feeling happy about it. I still get excited. I still can remember and live in that moment as if it was yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like, every day is not going to be a day, as I've learned, if I've come to learn about motherhood, is where I'm going to be able to have fun. Because if I did that, child, if I thought like that and I lived like that, there would be no duality. And I want to be able to live and have that part of me to where I can have fun a little bit. And I have fun. People just don't see it. Ain't nobody ever seen me have fun like that. And I think what people be wanting me to do is get loose and not be responsible. Like, that's just not a part of my personality to do that in front of other people. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? You got to have some recoil about yourself. You understand? So, for me, if I was going to get loose, nobody would see that besides my fucking man. Like, if I was going to just lose it and get butt naked and just have, like, nasty fun, like, nasty, just, drink shots. Like, nobody would see that besides my man. I wouldn't even want my friend to kind of see me like that, because then a bitch like, bitch, you done just spoil it. Girl, what did you do? You ain't never got drunk before? Like, I still have friends asking me that same question. I'd be like, hell no. The first person I ever got drunk with, that was after the fact of a motherfucker being like, bitch, you ain't never been drunk? I'd be like, no. What is that? Like, the first time I got drunk was with a nigga, and I literally fell in my fucking kitchen living room floor, whatever the fuck floor it was, in the floor, drunk. I was mad, and it took me being mad. And I was like, we was finna get ready to have a conversation, right? We sitting on the couch, and we was like, I need to talk. And motherfucker come out from the room into the living room to sit down and talk at the time. And I'm like, I'm waiting on him to come in. And I go in the kitchen and I just start pouring shots. Because I'm like, this nigga finna make me mad. I already know he finna make me mad. And I'm not gonna say anything. So let me just go ahead and prep myself for this bullshit. Let's say 1 shot. 2 shots. I did that like the 6th time. And then when he came in there and we started talking, I remember me just acting like I had no shots. Like he didn't even know I had previously drank. And by the time he sat down and we hadn't even got 5 minutes into the conversation, I was through. I remember that. So I don't want your memories, because I don't want your memories of me. And like, bitch, I had to pick this bitch up out the floor because she couldn't control her liquor because she was mad. Like, bro, it was terrible. And then I don't know if that was the same experience. I had Mike Hard, and I remember my stomach just hurt and my throat just burning. And me not being a person that can vomit, I had to literally make myself vomit that shit back up. Oh my God, it was a terrible experience. So it's like, for me, I want to be able to be alive. Like, motherfuckers be expecting a bitch to just go so hard in the paint and just be all erratic. Like, I'm not that individual. Like, you gonna get me cool, calm, and collected. That's me, and I'm still gonna have a good time. Why does a person, like, it make a difference? Like, it literally be making people upset. Like, bitch, I ain't never seen you like that. I ain't never seen you like that. Bitch, you won't like it. That's why you ain't never seen me like that. Just accept what the fuck you getting. My God, today. I'm gonna make sure you alright. And we gonna talk about this tomorrow. Type shit. But, yeah, like, literally, like, I had the best times of my childhood with my friends, with, significant others. It probably was the worst times to them, like just turning up and living life, and making those memories was most definitely important to me, like I said. But I have to have that duality. It just don't look like everybody else's, and I wish people could respect that versus just saying you don't do nothing, you don't go nowhere, you don't you don't do this. It makes you feel bad. Like I said again, it makes you feel like you the woman that is 35 years old and people like, dang, you're not married, or you don't have a kid. Like, when you gonna, like, it makes you feel like that. Like, don't, because you can't deal with my reality. I can deal with it just fine. Obviously, I've been dealing with it. Like, I like it, but yeah, it makes you feel weird, man. So stop doing that to your women friends or your dude friends and being like, oh, they, they squares, they don't do shit. We do shit. We just don't be doing it with y'all all the time, man. We have respect, for y'all. For y'all don't have to, what I'm saying, keep up with this and that, child. And we talk about where your wallet, you lost your wallet. You feel what I'm saying? You done went out and had fun, and the nigga trying to take you home, and y'all up here kissing in the bathroom stall, and next thing you know, you done lost your wallet in the bathroom stall. Your girls had to come dragging you out the bathroom talking about, bitch, come on, it's time to go. Bitch, who the fuck is this nigga? Who is that? Like, I don't know. He was cute, though, girl. Like, the fuck? A bitch gonna be mad as fuck. Like, no, bitch, you can't go nowhere else. Like, no, this is what we came here for. Cause that would literally be like, I would be the white girlfriend. Like, I would literally be the white girlfriend. Like, I would be out with my girls. If I was drunk, all bets are off. I would have a guy, he probably would come try to talk to me. He would try to take me home, and in my consciousness, I probably wouldn't. But I'd be like, come on, come to the bathroom. And I just make out with his ass in the bathroom stall, low key for real. And kiss the fuck out of his ass and just be kissing him. Girl, I'm drunk as fuck. He probably be just dipped it in. I'd be like, no, I can't. No, stop. I can't. No, for real, I can't do that. Come here. I'll be all on the floor kissing and shit, and then one of my friends be calling my phone and I can't find it. And now they come into the bathroom, the party over, bitch, and I'm all laid out on the floor. That'd be the most terrible shit. Like, a motherfucker really, like, that's the shit in my mind that I never want to experience. Like, I don't ever want to experience being that fucked up. Ever. And then a motherfucker be like, bitch, you done ruined the whole night. We were supposed to be going back to the house and having a good time. Your ass needs to go to bed. And so I done missed the whole fucking party with my friend. Period. So, I don't know, man. It's just, it be like that. Like, some people just let them, because the worst thing you can do is think you have one of them friends that can control their liquor, and then you find out that they can't. But it be one of them times where they just pulled up their whole skirt and just peed in the middle of the motherfucking street. Like, for real. Y'all need to start taking it into consideration when y'all taking y'all friends that ain't been out in God knows whenever. You take them bitches out and then they act like they don't got no common sense. Now you mad. You mad, but you wanted the bitch to go out. I'm like, bitch, if I'm going out, I'm going all out, ho. You can't control that. You can't control that, so don't be mad. That's why you always should be in the house staying. That's how I feel. You should always. So if anything happened, the bitch got a bed, a couch, another bed, somewhere to lay down and be saved from, and you ain't got to drag this bitch into the car. Now you got to drag her into the car. You got to have a conversation about her ass possibly being all across social media. Literally. Her ass is all across social media. Cause this bitch got drunk. You took her to the club. She got drunk. Now she pissing and then pull her whole dress. You know this bitch don't wear drawers. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. But most definitely, love on your friends. Man, love on your sisters. Your babies, your cousins. And let them know that, you know, you respect what they got going on. Because it's probably the reason why. It's the reason why they don't want to. Because, bitch, I ain't never did what, bitch? Ah, nah, I gotta go have fun. Then the bitch gonna be like, bitch, you so irresponsible. How the fuck you end up fucking this nigga in the bathroom? Like, what the fuck did y'all even use protection? You just like, I don't know. I could've. I don't know. I don't remember. I do not remember none of it. So, period. Just let them be them. If they say they don't want to go, I respect that shit. Because you have with me. Literally. The worst person that I feel like can get drunk, that is not like something that they do on occasion, like, or regular, like on the weekend when they get together with their friends, is you get this bitch drunk, y'all go out, or y'all at home and this bitch is mad before she leave, and she done already took some shots. I already done took the shots, girl, and now she done start drinking more and more and more and more and more. Bitch. Now we out there. It's all laid out. So you can't be mad, but thanks, shout out to the people that's watching. Yeah. Or whatever. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. But I'm finna get off here. I've been on here for like 40 minutes. Bro, that shit is crazy as hell. But until next time, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so you know every time I go.